Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about chicken, fried chicken, country fried chicken, whatever you name it, we're doing it. You guys stay tuned. All right, this is the deal. I got these bad boys in the mail the other day. It kind of matches this one right here. As of now, these are not for sale. I'm just trying to gauge interest, right? Because we can't buy in bulk right now. Obviously, you guys know I love my red, white, and blue. Never leave home without it somehow, some way. I love this one for the summertime. Obviously, you can see the light patch with the white and the dark patch with the black. So if you guys are interested at all, just leave a comment down below. Like I said, they're not for sale right now, but I would like to gauge interest just to see what you guys think. All right. Business number one out of the way. Country fried steak. Being a Southern boy. Oh, what did I say? Country fried steak? Country fried chicken. Being a Southern boy, my grandmother made it. A lot of our restaurants have it. Matter of fact, most restaurants have some type of version. The challenge we're going to face is two of them. The seasonings and the griddle. Deep frying it is ultimately going to be your best method. But when you shallow fry on the griddle, it's a whole different outcome. So we're going to try to balance that. We've got a great video of country fried steak that shows you how we went through like the flour method, the breadcrumb method, and the panko method. And ironically, we both chose the breadcrumb method. Today, I'm going to mix a little bit. I still like my panko, although we both agreed that the breadcrumbs won. When you do flour completely, I just don't think the griddle method is the best technique for flour only. And last but not least, the major topic discussion is how to season your chicken, fried chicken, your country fried chicken. Because I know for a fact, if I pick my favorite, somebody's going to say you shouldn't have done it like this. All I can say is this is one of those recipes I would like to teach you technique, not flavor, okay? I am a firm believer in seasoning your meat, not your flour or your dredge. I would rather season the dredge or the product when it comes out of the fryer or off the griddle than I would to make my mix and season the flour. I like to season my egg wash. I'll season my meat before time. We're going to show you all that. And that's kind of like my method, okay? So today is my method, but you get to pick out what seasonings you like. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, after a much heated debate, these are the three winners, okay? This is more of your basic neutral, just all-purpose seasoning. I like that garlic jalapeno rub's got just a very small kick. And I do like that Cajun. I think I'm going to sprinkle it when it comes off the griddle with the Cajun. So right now we're going to focus on these two right here. What I have, chicken breast that's been cut in half and pounded out just to try to make it a hair thinner. You're not looking for thinness as much as your evenness, okay? When you cut a chicken breast, you know you got a fat side and a skinny side. Try to pound that fat side out to make it more universal. You want your chicken to cook even, okay? Could you marinate this? Absolutely. We've done it in the past. Buttermilk. You could marinate in pickle juice. I guess you're asking at this point, why do I believe so much about seasoning the meat versus the flour? Because I feel like if I gave you a recipe now, I'd give you probably like X amount of cups of flour, X amount of cups of breadcrumbs, X amount of this. And I think it's just an absolute waste. 9 times out of 10, especially if you're not in a high volume restaurant, what do you do with your seasoning after you're done with chicken? You just throw it away, right? Or not your seasoning, your dredge. Well, what's in your dredge? All the seasonings. And I think we can get there and be just as good, just as efficient by doing it like this. I also think that the seasonings have a tendency to burn on the griddle a little bit more since it's surface to surface contact than I do in a deep fryer or a shallow fryer or something like that. Okay. Our meat seasoned. I'm just going to move this over to the side for now. Talking about the dredging station, I've just put basically a cup of flour. I already know that's way too much just for the amount of chicken I have. It'll be fine. I'm going to use about a half a cup of flour and a dry. I'm going to use a cup of breadcrumbs. Ooh, that's perfect right there. And this is actually flavored Italian breadcrumbs. And then a cup of panko. You can use any panko you want. I just love the crunch. I know there's a craze out there now of pork rinds.
That was perfect too, honey.
There we go. That's cleaning out the
I
pantry
was just going to
101.
say, cleaning out the pantry.
I can
Nothing
handle
makes
that.
a wife happier.
That's my job in life, honey. Just to please you. All right. Here we go. Give that a good mix. Right here, we're going to do 1 cup of milk. It's about 3/4 cup of milk right there. $10. $20. Just like that. And then in mine, I've always enjoyed a splash of hot sauce. This is not too hot. This is where you can add a ton of heat if you wanted it. I think it helps with the consistency. You don't really taste it as much. The girls don't even know what's in there, honestly. And that looks pretty good right there. I like that color, that pink color right there. Just a quick recap. We got just plain flour. We got some hot sauce, eggs, and milk. And then we got the 3-to-1 ratio, like half cup flour. I shouldn't say 3-to-1 ratio. 3 parts. Half cup flour, cup of breadcrumbs, and a cup of panko. We got our seasoned chicken here. This is the idea. You want to generously shake off all excess. Make sure it's colored really well. Make sure you got big enough bowls or dredging station to accompany, what's the word? Produce, house, make, take on. Come on, honey.
Fit.
Thank you. Good Lord, what a word. Holy smokes. I never got there. Really want to mash that seasoning, those breadcrumbs and all that stuff in there. And what I like to do is just keep it completely covered while you're doing your next batch. Okay, just like that. All right, we got them all dredged. They're all ready to go. Just got some fry oil here. So this is the deal. When you're frying on your flat top and you're not using cast iron or something like to hold it, use your corners, your edges, and stuff like that to your advantage. My grease trap on the blackstone is in the back, but I also pull up here and here because I have my griddle angled towards the grease trap. I get a lot of crap because when I put eggs on there, like, oh, your griddle's not level. Yeah, because I want my grease running towards the grease trap. That's just me. So what I like to do, you're gonna start pulling your oil. I'm gonna put it on both sides. By the time your oil hits that 400+ degree griddle and gets down to the end, you can see we're already shimmering. That oil is already hot enough, okay? Just like you would when you deep fry, you don't want to overcrowd your skillet. And now it's about working your oil, okay? Taking a spatula, taking a bench scraper, taking that oil that's off there. What I like to do is bring it below the ingredient and let it come up through, right? So that oil is naturally going to work its way back up into the section. See all that oil pulling up?
Now it seems like it's like a soft bubbling, not like what you would expect with a deep fry.
Well, first of all, you're not completely submerged in oil, okay? So it's a lot different. That's also why you really on a griddle got to be careful to your temps. You're pulling of the oil and how thick your chicken is. If you try to deep fry a whole chicken breast right now or a griddle fry, it'd be extremely hard. The chicken is too thick. You're going to have uncooked areas, although the chicken might cook through from the top to bottom. Your edges aren't going to be crispy because the chicken's so tall, and you got uneven pieces. So right now, we're basically just working on like a low 400 degrees. Not a lot of oil right this second. And if you need more oil, just add more oil. I'm adding at the bottom. See how it just runs straight that way? See how we're already starting to shimmer? Because it's picking up the heat from the flat top grill, which is actually warming up your oil. So now you're not adding cold oil to your fried foods. All right, not to be off topic, but that's also why you notice I've kept my chicken on the exterior part of the griddle for the most part, because most griddles are going to run hot in the middle. The edges are the cooler parts. Yep, we're getting there. Fresh oil on both sides of the griddle. Let it heat up for a second. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I don't know if you can have chicken fried chicken or country fried chicken without a cream gravy. You guys can cheat and use the package mix. Today we're going from scratch. A little bit of butter. This is not part of the recipe. This is just me doing a little extra. A lot of black pepper. Good dash of salt.
Boy, that was like a 2-minute gravy, honey.
Good too.
Let me try.
It's a hair thick. Hang on. Tell you one thing, I'm impressed by this dang hot plate.
It seems like it gets super hot.
It gets hot in a hurry. That's probably pretty close right there. Then right at the end, I'm gonna finish it with a little half and half. Season to taste is a great time to where if you guys wanted to add like some Creole seasoning, some hot sauce, something like that, that's perfect. Remember, as this cools down, it's gonna thicken a little bit too. All right, we're about to take these off. Obviously, you want to cook the temp. Whatever temp you like. I shot for like 162, 165 for carryover cooking. I probably could have done a hair lighter, but I wanted the bottom, woo, spatula down, to get a little bit more golden. See, we're still a little light colored. There we go. I like to turn it over. See all that grease? You can put it on a wire rack if you want to. I like the grease to be the glue that holds the final seasoning, whether it be like flaky salt or your average, you know, like seasoning. That's why I'm gonna use that Cajun right there. Just lightly over top.
God, this looks good, honey.
This is why I don't season the flour. I just don't think it's necessary. Just pour a little extra on the plate for dippage. And there you go. Well, that was pretty simple. Whether it be for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I don't know about you, but I can have my country fried chicken with a little hot sauce.
God, that looks good.
Hear all that crunch. Get some of that gravy. Before you go in the fits and have convulsions, it didn't season his flour. If you're blindfolded, and I gave it both of them to you, You'll never know the difference.
I thought that was my bite.
Oh. Why don't you want the hot sauce?
Well, yeah. At this point, I'm starved. I'll take hot
At this
sauce.
point, you'll take anything? Uh-huh. You put all... Fantastic. It's all about technique as much as it is, not as much as it is about the seasoning. You can go spicy.
Hang on, I feel like I'm chewing on camera.
You are. They get used to it. They talk about all your sounds in the background. I just think it's more about technique than it is flavor, because the flavors can go so many different ways. It's really hard to pinpoint how much salt, how much pepper, how big your chicken breasts are. You know, like lately it seems like our chicken breast comes out of ostriches. I mean, I don't know what to feed them, but they could probably pluck them a couple days early to save some weight, because these things are like pterodactyls. But that's what we're getting right now. All right, so this recipe probably would not be on the list, but if you guys want to check out other recipes, check us out at theflattopking.com. We handpick recipes, just not enough time in the day to go by. We can't do it all. Just a one-man shop and a woman shop. Thank you. And it's just hard to do. So this is more about technique than it was recipe, but we do have the country fried steak, and you guys can check that competition out. We did flour, breadcrumb, and panko. Check us out on the Griddle group on Facebook, where we talk about griddles, talk about food. We just launched that homemade chili smoked chuck chili cheeseburger thing. Phenomenal, right? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace. Just enjoy food. I know I am.
That is good. That's some big crispy chicken. Oh, give me another bite. I'll just pick it up and eat it like that.
You know, we can serve it with the hash brown casserole here. Ooh. For breakfast, some over easy eggs.